Hi everyone, hope everyone's well. It's Byrne here on behalf of MovieGameNostalgia.com. It's Thursday, so we're back to our regular look at potluck at movie posters from the 90s and the 2000s. Obviously, the last couple of weeks we've been doing some Halloween specials, so obviously we're on to a potluck and we just come across whatever posters I've got next in line, obviously, and I'm up to the letter G today, so we're looking at some G posters, 10 posters for you today. Nice mix again, as normal. If you like what you see, please push the old subscribe button, that'll be great, and push the bell notifications so you know when these videos are out. That'll be absolutely fantastic. So, shall we get on with this? Yes, let's get on with it. Right, the first one. Great poll, I mean, a great post, and it does feature someone who's no longer... well, particularly someone who's no longer with us, the Tupac Shakur, who obviously had a brief stint in movies, Disney. And also we got the brilliant film Gang Related, which was released in 1997. 6.5 out of 10 on Internet Movie Database rating. Brilliant. The Sun, James Belushi, incredible James Belushi, Tupac Shakur, Leela Rochon, James Earl Jones, and Dennis Quaid. The best place to hide is behind a badge. 15 rated. It's about a couple of corrupt cops, wasn't it? Tupac. This is Tupac's last film, actually, and it was obviously brought out in the theatre after his death. So this was the last film he actually did. Obviously, some more movies, didn't he? But this was the last one he actually filmed before his sad death. But I mean, that's a great poster, Gang Related. I say great a lot, don't I? But it is, isn't it? That's Gang Related. 6.5 out of 10 on IMDb rating. So it wasn't bad, was it? 6.5. Probably give it higher. I might give that a 7. To be honest with you, I haven't seen that. Please go and watch it. Great film. And the next one, we go over to Ireland. Pardon the accent. And a great film. I mean, I sold a couple of these last week, actually, 2 copies. So the film by John Borman, The General. Funnily enough, John Borman's house was actually robbed by the hero or this or anti-hero or whatever you want to call him, the gangster type figure, Martin Cahill. John Borman's house was actually robbed, and obviously there was a gold disc, I think it was, that's in the film that obviously was based on what was stolen from his house. John Borman, raw, fresh, and engrossing. 4 stars from Empire, which isn't bad. An extraordinary triumph uncut. Extraordinary 2-story, the rise and fall of the gangster Martin Cahill. See it first on video. That's 1998. 7.3 out of 10 rating. Very good rating on IMDb, Internet Movie Database. If you've not seen The General, please watch it. It's a great film. Brendan Gleeson obviously plays the hero or anti-hero or whatever you want to call him. Plays him really, really well in this. He's a great actor, isn't he, Brendan Gleeson? So that's The General. That's the second one today. Right, a bit lighter now. Moved to 2001. So just into the new millennium there, over the 2000s. It's a bit of a fun one, obviously. Not overly highly rated. Get over it. The wonderful Kirsten Dunst, Ben Foster, Sisqo, and Martin Short. And this before Sisqo had his brief flirt with fame with his thong song. Do you remember the thong song? Well, this was filmed before that came out. So obviously this was Sisqo before the thong song gave him some credibility or fame, whatever you want to call it. Shane West, Colin Hanks, Carmen Electra. Fresh, funny, and funny, The Heat. 5.7 out of 10 on Internet Movie Database, which isn't fantastic, is it? But it's not bad. I mean, it's not a bad score for this sort of film. And good young people in it, eh? Makes you sick, doesn't it? Watching these young actors now. I mean, obviously they're a little bit older now, aren't they? I mean, it's nearly 20 years older now. It's amazing, isn't it? Really think about it. Kirsten Dunst, I mean, obviously one of my favourites over the years, Kirsten Dunst. And on to the next one. I mean, this was one where Mr. Travolta had to be convinced by no less than Quentin Tarantino to appear in this film, and I think he's glad he did. It's back to 1995, so it's one of the early ones we show in these posters. And of course, the gangster sort of thing gets sure to set in Hollywood, obviously. John Travolta, Gene Hackman, Rene Russo, and Danny DeVito. I mean, a fantastic cast. I mean, that's fit for any wall, isn't it, really? Get Shorty. Yeah, Tarantino had to convince John Travolta to do it. And he got good. I mean, what did he get? He got 6.9 out of 10 on Internet Movie Database. So sort of really good scores. The mob is tough, but it's nothing like show business. No, well, there you go. So that's quite a good tagline. There's some good taglines, isn't that? That's quite a good one. But what great actors on that one. That's a lovely poster to have on your wall if you're into Get Shorty or any of those actors. And the next one, again with quite a dark theme, but not perhaps as well known. Getting Away with Murder, from the creator of Big and A League of Their Own. About a gentleman who moves next to an ex-Nazi commandant, I think, and obviously he wants to do away with the guy. So it's a very dark comedy thriller. So I think very dark. 15 rating. Dan Aykroyd, Lily Tomlin, Bonnie Hunt, and Jack Lemmon. So again, an absolute superb cast. This was the last film they wrote. It was written and directed by Harvey Miller. This was his last film before he. This is 1996. His last film before he died in 1999. 4.7 out of 10. Didn't score very high. I think it's worth a few more points than that on Internet Movie Database and only give it 4.7. But again, if you like the Jack Lemmon, Dan Aykroyd, Lily Tomlin, Bonnie Hunt, I mean, that's another great poster. You even got a dog thrown in. Eh? What more can you ask? A little bonus of a dog. Can't ask more than that, can you? And from that darker comedy to another serious one. We've got a couple of serious ones today, haven't we, film-wise? This is... Whoopi Goldberg's in this one, eh? What more? You know, that's fantastic, isn't it? We don't see Whoopi in many, do we? 1996. Alec Baldwin, Whoopi Goldberg, James Woods. A Forgotten Crime, An Impossible Case, The Final Chase for Justice. Rob Reiner film, Ghosts from the Past. It's obviously about, I think they're trying to get a racist justice to a white race supremacist get justice for the... obviously for someone he's killed, and they're trying to get justice for it. Obviously, I think it's probably set years after the original thing. James Woods actually plays an older guy. It's flashbacks, obviously. So yeah, it's an old case, like a cold case thing. James Woods, obviously, prosthetics he used for this as an older James Woods were gelatine based, which is the first time they'd been used in the film for makeup. So. Ghosts from the Past. What do we got? 1996, 6.7 out of 10. Good rating, good film, powerful, gritty. Just a really good film of looking back and trying to get justice for a murder, obviously, back many decades before, obviously. And the next one we look at should have perhaps been on our scary movies ones, shouldn't it? But it never appeared, but there you go. It's Ghost Ship. On rental buy on DVD from the 21st of July. That's my ex and myself's wedding anniversary, 21st of July. So some significance to me if we were still together, perhaps, and we both like Ghost Ship. There's a little crease there on the corner there, so obviously that's probably reflected in the price. All these posters are obviously on moviegamenostalgia.com. Will scare you shipless. Nice picture of the skull on the boat, isn't it? 4.9 out of 10. Didn't do great. I mean, I think there's a couple of Ghost Ship films out, so be careful. This is the 2002 one, and obviously an abandoned ship with ghosts on it. They used the Queen Mary in Long Beach, and if talking of the wedding date there, obviously I spent my 25th wedding anniversary night on the Queen Mary in Long Beach. So there's a coincidence. I didn't know until I picked this up now. I just realised. So there you go, 21st July 2003. Was that our 25th wedding anniversary? No. Close. It was a year after. So we actually spent 21st July 2004 on the Queen Mary. So there you go. Anyway, that's a bit of rubbish for you, a bit of info for you there. That's Ghost Ship. That's a great poster on your wall if you like the scary movie sort of posters. And another little horror that we didn't touch upon last week in the horrors. As I say, there's that many, obviously. We were limited to one letter, weren't we? But this one got panned a little bit. Ice Cube, Natasha Henstridge, John Carpenter's Ghost of Mars. It's their planet, we are the aliens. Also available on DVD, 27th of May again. So if 27th of May is any sort of date of meaning anything to you, and you do like Ghost of Mars, I mean, not many did, but I'm sure some do. 2001, this was 4.9 out of 10 on Internet Movie Database. Still didn't score very highly at all, but I mean, the poster's excellent, isn't it? It's an excellent poster. All the gang there. It's about the set that obviously on Mars to arrest a criminal. So bit Riddickified, I think, at the time. Obviously, that was before Riddick came out, but that style of film. On to the last couple. Another little supernatural scary one that we could have had. So it seems to be all popping up this week. The scariest supernatural thriller since The Sixth Sense. Well, brave words. I mean, it got 6.6 out of 10 on Internet Movie Database, so it did score really well. Cate Blanchett, Giovanni Ribisi, Keanu Reeves, Katie Holmes, Greg Kinnear, Hilary Swank. A fantastic cast. Good film. The Gift, the Sam Raimi film. Out to rent on video and DVD. Billy Bob Thornton co-wrote this, and this is actually based on Billy Bob Thornton's own mother, who has psychic abilities. So he co-wrote this, and it's a great film. A bit scary when someone's got these sort of powers, isn't it? I'm not into that sort of thing myself, but hey, I'm always open-minded. But a great poster. It is a great film. If you've not watched The Gift, please go back and watch it. It's really good. I'm not going to recommend the last one to you to go back and watch, to be in all fairness, because it held the record on Rotten Tomatoes for the lowest rated film for a long time. I don't know if it's been superseded since. It got 2.5 out of 10 on the Internet Movie Database. So I don't know if you know what this is. 2003. I mean, it's well known for being bad. Unfortunately, I don't think it's that bad that it's good, but hey, it's the posters we're talking about, isn't it? I mean, that is a great poster, isn't it? With Ben Affleck and obviously the wonderful Jennifer Lopez. Murder, Blackmail, Temptation, Redemption. So 2.5 out of 10 on the Internet Movie Database about a dodgy kidnapping, obviously. But I watched the film. It wasn't great, was it? But it wasn't perhaps as bad as everyone says. And I think Ben Affleck and Jennifer Lopez, certainly Ben Affleck, distanced himself from the film, I think, after it came out. I know that, but obviously he was paid $12.5 million to star in it, and Jennifer Lopez was paid $12 million to star in it. So they may have distanced himself from it. Did he give the money back? I doubt it. I doubt he gave the money back. I mean, they took the money, didn't they? And they must have seen the script. I mean, you see a script, you know what a film's going to be like, surely. But perhaps the chemistry seemed okay to me. I thought it was okay. I wouldn't give it a watchable rate. You know my ratings, I always give 6 to stuff that I always class as being watchable. I perhaps wouldn't give it that. But hey, short one today, there you go. 10 posters. Only 10 great posters, isn't there? Of those, gang-related, I'd watch that again, definitely. The General, superb film. Please watch The General if you've not seen it. Get over it. A bit of fun. There's probably a lot of stuff out there similar to Get Over It. It's probably worth watching rather than Get Over It, unfortunately. Get Shorty, another great film. John Travolta, fantastic. Get Shorty if you've not seen that. Getting Away with Murder, not much appreciated, but quite quirky, quite good. Ghosts from the Past, yes, very powerful. There's quite a few of these sort of scenarios now, isn't there, with the sort of films, but that's always well worth a rewatch or a watch if you've not watched Ghosts from the Past. The Ghost Ship, not a bad scary one, a bit of a daft one, which we like daft horrors, don't we? At the end of the day, they get just as popular, even if they're not quite as good as some of the classics, you know. So Ghost Ship, yeah, I could watch that again if someone had my arm up my back, you know, sort of thing. Ghosts of Mars, again, I may not watch that one, but again, it'll have its fans. John Carpenter was involved. So there you go. The Gift, yes, if you've not seen The Gift, please go back and watch it. And Gigli, whatever it is, it didn't do very well, did it? So I'm not going to recommend you go back and watch Gigli. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed that. So I'm keeping these poster things is try and get under 15 minutes. So you don't get too bored with it. I hope there's some on there you've been interested in. All these posters are on moviegamenostalgia.com with my DVDs and board games. Gigli.com, and obviously I'm on to Byrne. I'm on Byrne YouTube as well. So if you get on there, I also do my Manchester City football vlogs on there as well, of City past and City present. So please enjoy that. Please push the old subscribe button if you're not already subscribed, and the bell notifications. Tell your friends. So have a bit of fun with it, have a bit of laugh at me out, and entertain you and inform you. That's the main thing, isn't it? I'll be back tomorrow. Please join me tomorrow for movie quiz number 5. 15 questions, a massive 34 points up for grabs tomorrow. So there you go. You've got a chance to a lot of multiple answers to questions, obviously. So that's the most I've ever had, I think, on these movie quizzes, 34 points. Let's see how many you can get. Anyone get 34? good on you. I'll tell you what I've got tomorrow when we're going through them. Obviously I've pretended that I hadn't wrote the questions or researched the questions and decided whether I knew the answers or not. So I don't tell lies, you know. I'm quite honest. So anyway, join me on Friday for that's tomorrow for the movie quiz. Anyway, thanks for watching. Hope to see you all again soon. Take care of yourself, take care of your friends, and more importantly, take care of your family. And I'll see you all again very, very soon. Thanks for watching. Bye-bye.